and then go to Jannah. But he says, وَلَكِنْ اخْتَرْتُ لِقَاءَ رَبِّي, I have chosen the meeting of my Lord. He came back to his house after making dua. The next day there's a funeral in the Baqi. The Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam accompanies the funeral to the Baqi. And when he comes out from the funeral and is coming home, his head starts to ache and fever grips him. He's in the house of Maymuna radiallahu anha. So he goes to tell his wives that he has a headache. He comes to the house of Ayesha radiallahu anha, and she is crying out, wa ra'sa, ah, my head. As in Ayesha radiallahu anha, she has a headache too. So the Prophet said, bal ana wa ra'sa ya Ayesha. No, ya Ayesha, my head is the one that is hurting. So they exchanged a few niceties, and the Rasul went. And the fever started to become worse. They say we used to put our hands on the turban of the Prophet and feel the heat of his head burning through the turban. His period of sickness would last some 14 days. And all the while, or for the bulk of it, he still led the salah. He still dealt with the issues of the ummah. He still judged. He still counseled. He still prepared armies. And he still led the salawat. But he's sick. He's very ill. And the headache is immense. And he still visits his wives according to their routines. But every house he goes to, he says, where am I tomorrow? Which house am I in tomorrow? And they would say, you're in this person's house. But when he kept on saying, they realized that maybe there's a house he wants to be in, and out of the adab of the Rasul, he won't say, take me to this person's house. So they said, Ya Rasulullah, where do you want to be? He said, if you permit, I want to stay with Ayesha radiallahu anha. So they said, go, we give permission, Ya Rasul. So Fadl ibn Abbas and Ali ibn Abi Talib came under his arms, and they carried him to the house of Ayesha radiallahu anha. And his blessed feet were dragging on the floor as he entered the house of Ayesha.